Well, I guess the players are lagging for the break. Of course, Jim is on your right side of your monitor, and on your left is Joe Dupuis. I'm not sure about Jim's game, but I understand Jim won a qualifier to actually qualify to play in this event. I believe some of the tours in the area held qualifiers, and Jim is one of them. We are playing 9 ball, race to 9. All balls foul. You can't even touch it with your shirt. Joe Dupuis, the free stroker that he is, making a ball in the lower right-hand corner. But look at the shot he's got here. Gonna look for him to play safe behind that cluster on your right side of your screen there. Trying to get there. Didn't quite get to where he wanted to go behind that 5, 6, and 7. But notice the shot that Jim has here. He's got to hit this very gingerly. If he hits it too far, that 9 ball becomes real big here. Like I said, I don't know how Jim plays. I do know Joe Dupuis. Now, Joey can make this, but the 6 ball is the problem ball here on the table. So he's going to have to. Well, I was going to say if he can get to the 5 ball and use the 5 ball to break it out, but first match, I don't know how to share this. Share. I don't know what I'm doing. Mind me, folks. I know what it is. I think Facebook changed that platform again. Wow, that was a nice attempt. Very good attempt. You know, just with that kind of shot, kind of tells me a little more about Jim just in the first opening rack. That he realized that problem ball. Some amateurs will not realize that. And by the time they get there, wow, I don't have a shot on the 6. But Jim noticed it. Shoots kind of straight. Let's take a look at Jim. I like to meet the new people. I met so many new people here this weekend. We were here yesterday. And so many new faces. From Pennsylvania they came from. All over. Oh, it looks like he's going to get another shot at it. He's got a good angle here to run into the 7 ball square. He might even get right between the 6 and 7. But you got to be real careful. Make sure you get the shot when you split them. Oh, you miscued. All right. How do I share this? Wish somebody was here. Share in live stream. Oh, wait a minute. Did I share it? I don't know if I shared it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not paying attention too much to the chat. Got my hands full. There we go. Hey, Troy. Hey. It's showtime. Liked and shared. Thanks, Troy. Hope everything's good. I need somebody. Okay, share. I want to share on my page. I don't understand. I could share it everywhere else. Okay, we'll share it in that group. That's number 1. But how do I share it on my personal page? Hey, John Francisco, my man, coming in the box. Johnny, how do I share this to my personal page? Look, take this down. It says share. It's on my personal page. John Francisco. Put on a headset if you want, Johnny. What's up, Mr. Tippy? How you doing? This is Jim Gravel at the table, and we're gonna get John Francisco in the box with Upstate. What's up, Johnny?
What's up, Upstate?
There he is, the man, the myth, and the magic. Jim
Trying
Gravel.
to get this stream shared for a couple people at home.
There you go. 1-0, race to 9. Wow, look at Joe Dupuis' shirt. Look at the lines right here, how it shows up.
Yeah. Jim won the first rack.
Yeah, first rack, race to 9, winner side. Light hyphen systems. I mean, light hyphen systems, you know, that rectangle light that goes above the table? Make sure to go to light-systems.com. I just went over there. Yeah.
They're nice lights.
Absolutely.
Put out a nice light.
5. Not too risky of a shot there, but it could have got worse.
Now he just has to roll up a little.
Yeah. Yep.
Too far.
Actually, he might be on a funny angle here and have to drift a little bit. Yeah. But these left-handed players, they don't surprise me anymore. The only problem with this shot is he can't really reach it the way he wants to. Hi, Brenda. Is Kerry in a tournament? Yes, Kerry McAuliffe is here. I don't know anybody that's not in here. The only people that really, hey, what do you say there, Richie? The only people that are not here are like Jason Shaw, Lucas Varner, you know, they're overseas. Jen Beretta, she usually shows up at this. Sosi, yeah.
He's also playing in London.
Wow, Hal, I didn't recognize your voice at first. Sharing the Planet Pool. Thanks, Rich.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well.
This table's funny.
It's an easy game, though.
Tricky.
Yeah, this is I like to call it a gas table.
Yeah. And it has the champion cloth.
No, this is all brand new Simonis and brand new Aramis balls, too.
Aramis.
We don't play games, Johnny. When we go big. We go with the best.
Go home.
Champion, forget about it. You know what I mean? I can tell you an Italian joke, but I'm not going to tell you that.
Uh-oh.
Troy would actually enjoy this joke.
The devil one? The devil one was funny.
No, I can't tell that
I know you can't tell it, but it was a funny joke. You had me going with that one.
And Joe Dupuis just going about his work here.
Joe is super motivated. I was talking to him, and he's like, you know, I need to get my banner up there this year. It's my favorite room. You know, it's time for me to win one.
Yeah, and he's comfortable, and he knows the table well.
He's one of the players that can win this tournament. Well, there's a lot of actually players that have a good chance of winning this
one. Wow. So this is basically the light. I have a better graphic, but I don't have my equipment with me. But this is the rectangular light you see above pool tables. Light-system is actually the engineer behind it all. So go to light-systems.com. Back to the break. Absolutely nothing here.
Balls has a little cluster.
Yeah, you know what though, John? They all go. You know, except for the one. You know, you got to get a shot, right?
That's the most important one right, at this point.
And this is a nice little safety. I mean, he can hide the rock right behind the 5-2, 7-4 area. You know, just come off the bottom of the one ball and float the cue ball underneath that whole wall of China.
Yeah.
And Joe Dupuis will be looking at a 2 or 3 rail kick. What he's trying.
Nice shot. So how'd the setup go with the new booth? I like the new booth here.
Yeah, I like it. I like the work that they put in here. Steve Goulding, really, believe it or not, this is not just a wall. These are actually soundproof. You can scream in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, they go first class. Snookers does everything first class.
Oh, I got to take care of you later. I know what to do in here. If I got to put the hit out on you, no one's gonna hear it.
I'm gonna
I'll
lock
walk
the
out
door.
like a silent,
I can see you
the
coming.
silent assassin.
I'll lock the door. Haven't seen any brackets, Lance Lascati. You're right. Nobody took a picture yet, I guess. There's Gloria. I should be by later upstate. All right, G. Thank you for sharing in all the different groups. Gloria Jean.
Gloria.
Always helping pull out.
Thought I'd
Light
see her
Systems.
around,
Any
Gloria.
good? Yeah, Eddie. Take a look at, just go to lightsystems.com. Light-systems.com. These are the lights that you want. Jose put them up. Good deal. All right, Joe Dupuis back at the table here. He's got the shot on the 2. Again, everything goes. It's just a matter of manipulating the cue ball and trying to get in that specific area that you need. A little stunned, bring it back a little bit. Oh, he actually went 2 rails here. Trying to get back up with a side
short.
pocket. Yeah.
Does
Six
the
ball.
6 go past the 9?
I would imagine so. We can take a look at it.
Or does it go past the 8?
Whoa,
Is
where'd
the
my overhead
question.
go? Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Sorry, should have muted the mic. That's what I was looking for. Excuse me. Joe Dupuis. Joe Dupuis goes up in another game. We're now 2-1. All right, let's sweat the break here. Like I said, Joey knows his table well. Usually what they do is they at least make the 1 ball on the side or it goes up towards the corner. That's your typical 9-ball break. And just nothing seems to be working here. Bump the 3 ball and put the 1 behind the 5. Nice shot, unless he's going to go all out. He did go all out. How does he wind up? With a shot. Not only that, he's got a shot here. I don't know if he can play this 3 rails and get really short on that right-hand cushion to come in for a shot on the 3. But if he can get that last right long rail, just about mid-diamond, he might get between the 6 and the 3 for a shot. He decided to go long with this. He's got to be careful. There's a lot of traffic. Yeah, there it is. The traffic got him. So he'll be able to feather the outside of this 3 ball. Does he play with inside English and send the 3 down towards the 7 and leave the cue up behind the 6? That's a very, very, very hard shot. That's what he tried to do, get in there. This is no easy shot right here, so it's not too bad. There it is. How does it wind up? With a possible combination. But do you want to take it on, or would you just play a safety here? This way you give yourself at least an opportunity to get back to the table. Because if you take this combination here, the 3 goes towards the 6 ball, deflecting off the 5. Or do you just play a nice little safety, give yourself a chance? It's a big tournament, 112 people, a lot of prize money. You try to play the carom. Not a bad idea, but well, this is turning into a long 3 ball. I like him kicking into this 3 towards the 5. San Francisco will be back in a little bit. He's got to go check the brackets because he hasn't played yet. Nice safety by Joe. Good heads up play. The only thing about this shot here that I don't agree with is you're leaving the next object ball that your opponent has to hit near a pocket with the possibility that he can kick it in. He can spin this just before the side pocket. A lot of spin to stretch the cue ball. Now, we're playing on brand new Simona's cloth, so it's going to run a little bit. Still a little soft, the tables. There you go. And that's the problem. I mean, if your opponent makes that, he gets an automatic shot on the next ball, which would be the 4 right there. That was kind of dangerous. Always try to keep that next object ball when you're playing safe away from, scratch here, away from any pocket. Try to keep it within another cluster or near another ball so you can play it safe again if necessary. All right, ball in hand. Like I'm shooting a 3 in the pocket where he's bridging over. He's going to take on the combination here. Not a bad shot, just control the 3. You might even want to bump the 8 with the cue ball here, to keep it underneath the 8. That's the problem. Rolling the 3 balls all together. I haven't played in so long that blue ball is 2 ball. Hey, Pete Brown. How are you? I asked about you last night, Rich. I didn't know if you were going to take the ride. But I guess you're not going to, so I would have loved to see you. Just put the 3 behind the 8 or somewhere in that vicinity. Don't try anything really crazy here. Down 2-1, and I'm sure Jim knows Joey how strong he plays. Oh, wow. I tell you what, if he would have hit it, he would have banked it. Looked like he miscued again, though, like a stick slipped off the cue ball. Joe's got such a nice touch. His control. It's scary when you're on the other side sitting down watching him at the table. like watching a well-performed dance. I mean, he just, you know what he's going to do. Makes it simple, and that's the way it should be. Joe Dupuis now up 3. Again, it's a race to 9, all ball fouls, unless there's one stipulation in here about the all ball fouls that Mike Zuglin threw in. If you happen to get ball in hand, let's say, and you are setting up the cue ball and touch a ball on the table, stop, tell your opponent, and give them the opportunity to put it back where it was. That's the one stipulation I might put in there. I like all ball fouls no matter what, but it is what it is. I've seen Joey go for these and play these like 5 rails, but I think he's going to play safe. You know, cut the 1 and go 5 rails back to the 2, but he's just going to play safe, looking to hide it behind the 5-8. He's got there. I believe he got there. Oh, he did get there. He's left the shot. Mr. Pat Fleming is here. Frankie Hernandez is here. Max Watanabe is here from New York City. I see so many New Yorkers come up. Rafael DeBueo, who else? John Francisco. If you look at the, let me go to this angle shot. If you look at the left-hand corner, you can see Greg McAndrews, one of the owners of Skyline Billiards in Brooklyn. He made it up here. You can see Ray Mack on the table adjacent to this one with the red shirt. Right-hand man here at Snookers. And the stream is coming to you from the Hall of Fame room. All around the walls, this part of the pool room is actually where they put the New England Billiards Hall of Fame. There's articles that you can read. It's one of the pool rooms that you got to experience, really, not just believe what I'm saying. So if you get an opportunity, you got to stop here. There is a person here, Keith David. He goes under, actually from New York also. He took off work. I hope I'm not speaking in too much and his boss is listening in, but he actually took off work, lives upstate New York, because he's never been here. And Keith McCready and Jenny, Keith's better half, we were talking on Facebook the other night. And who shows up? I'm outside just pondering around, and here he is. I said, I knew you were coming. I had an inclination you were going to make it. He said, Al, I hear so much about this room. And he walked in, and he moseyed around, and he came back to me. He said, Al, what a beautiful place. I said, yeah. Wouldn't tell you a fib. So he's really in love with it. It's really something you got to see. He's got a shot here. You know, you really don't want to go too far forward with this. You're not going to scratch. Just rub the rail. The only thing is the 6 ball. That's all. Oh, wow, he hit the cushion. It's new cloth, but the table's not that soft. In other words, the ball's not going to just slide in right now. Wow, you're going to see him go 3 rails behind the 9. That's what he wants to do. Try to get behind the 9 ball here. Nice shot, Joey. And believe it or not, he's got a little angle because the cue ball rested on the rail. This, like I said, a choreographed dance is Joe Dupuis. Nice shooting, Joey. It's always enjoyable. I mean, I know it's not enjoyable for an opponent, you know, watching, of course, your opponent at the table dancing around and just free stroking like that. But you know something? It's really enjoyable to watch. as a spectator or as a commentator sitting in the box, there's really not much that you have to say. It just goes on and on and on. You know, it's just something that you could read without actually knowing the game that well. You know, like the two balls there, he's going to play this way. And the easier the play, the easier way to get out, the better off you are. And I always go back, and I was talking to Pat Fleming. You know, Pat Fleming does a lot with YouTube now. Make sure to check out AccuStats on YouTube. And to me, one of the best matches I ever saw, I'm saying out of every match, I don't care if it's Moscone Cup, I don't care what it is, was the 1992 U.S. Open Championships, and Pat Fleming happened to be the director there. The reason I say that is because Tom Kennedy won it. Tommy Kennedy, down south. I'm sure everybody knows him, or if you never heard of him, look him up. Tom Kennedy, 1992 U.S. Open pool champion. I actually had the opportunity to be with Tommy about 2.5 months ago down south. We did a stream down there. But the reason I picked that match out, now I know there's a lot of great shots and jump and the Z shot and you kick this and forget about it. This gives all those other matches the 4-out and the breaks with two ball in hands. The reason I say that is because if you watch the match, it's on YouTube. And Tom Kennedy is having so much fun. Yeah, see, Michael Adams. Unless he's talking about this match, but if you're talking about the 1992, there's so much laughter of that Tom Kennedy expresses, which means he's just having a ball. And Johnny Archer, being a personal friend of his for a long time, they're really close friends, really couldn't do nothing wrong at all because Tom Kennedy was just in control. It was just so much fun to watch. One of the best matches. And the reason I say that is because of the fun. That's what I like to see. That's what it looks like Joey's doing. You know, this is not just competition. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to make balls, put them in the hole. 5-1, and that's the response you get out of it. I always said if you ever played a match against someone and all of a sudden the score was 6-0, and you looked at the scoreboard and you're like, wow, how did I get 6 already? That's the gear that turns these champions right into champions. They can turn that on. And that's nice. It's a nice feeling. Wow, the cue ball jumped in the side pocket. And in a game of 9 ball and even 10 ball, it will do that. If you don't hit them solid, it'll navigate towards the side pockets. I appreciate everybody sharing it. And on behalf of Snookers here in Providence, a great room. Steve and Regina Goulding, can't say enough. I don't care. I mean, if there's an improvement or something that would that you can think of that would be in the room, you'll find it here. Just walk around. You'll find it. Unreal. I believe it's 53 Ashburton Street, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's the address. 53 Ashburton. Wow, ball in hand. Ball in hand and missed the one ball. The kind of intimidation factor comes into play when the score gets this way. For the player that's the less caliber player, let's put it that way. Yeah, he's in the zone. You're right, Jose, and that's the zone you need. Everybody says Joey's in the zone, like it's just happening because he found the zone. You know, you have to know that zone and know how to activate that zone and put yourself in that state of mind. And once you can control that, every time you step up to the table and you turn that switch on to activate, you're in full punch. This is going to be pretty bad for Jim. This will tell you if your stroke is straight. He might go to the rail. He's drawing. Watch this shot. Cue ball on a string if he makes it. Wow, did he get there? I think he just got there. If he didn't, he gets rail first here. Yeah, he had the shot wide open. It's so nice to Mikey Webb. Oh, guys, just in case you're coming in, you need somebody to do your tips or whatever on your queue. Mike Webb is on premises here, and he will take care of it. He took care of some players from Pennsylvania. He just, Mike, he makes bread. He makes all different kind of bread, but he doesn't eat bread. So he gives it away. He just brought me a beautiful cornbread with butter and everything. Thank you, Mikey. Appreciate it. So Mike Webb is here. I know Mike a long time. Wow, I'm going to have that later on as a snacker. Joe Dupuis, he's on the verge of going up here, 6-1. And he does. I didn't put AZ Billiards logo up there. I'm going to have to get AZ Billiards logo in that right-hand corner because AZ Billiards, being the world's largest pool and billiards website, is actually watching and writing stories on this tournament. A lot of people have been asking me via email or private messages on Facebook how Mike Zuglin is doing. I can tell you he lost a lot of weight. This is the first time I saw him since the pandemic and since his operations. He's got help. He's got Dana here. Dana was one of his original men, if you remember, from the Turning Stone, helping him out. He's got Mike Renshaw, who drove him here. And Mike was going through the rules. He says, look, he told everybody, I think I spewed out all the rules already, but I'm out of stroke, because he's been, through the ringer and back out and back in the ringer again. And finally, things are starting to open up. Of course, everybody's happy about that. And he said, I'm out of stroke. If I didn't mention something in the rules, let me know, which was pretty funny. And then everybody started applauding, saying, welcome back, Mike. So it was a touchy feeling from the opening gate here. And that's why I tell everybody, if you get a chance, come here. Off to your left, where you see Joey shooting, there's what we call a rail. It's sort of like a countertop, bar top, where you can place your food and eat right there. There's plenty of people sitting along this rail right now, witnessing this tournament. And it's really a pleasure to see everybody. All right, let's go, Jim. You got to start doing something here. You're on 61st Street. You got to get another one on the board, at least to open up a little daylight. Oh. He's got straight on this. He's going to have to draw it back right where the cue ball is now. In that vicinity would be perfect. If he knows. Anytime you get straight on a ball, it's like, unless it's necessary, it gives you a little extra to do. And the more you have to do, of course, there's more room for error. Here's the dance. We're going to call him Fred Astaire. Joey Fred Astaire Dupuis. The dance man. He's shooting 7-1 that fast. The break. Notice the one drifting. It's gonna hang there, but Jim has no shot. And do you want to push to a jump? I don't know if he knows that much, but if he does, Joey will jump it. So right now, this is like torture. You go 2 rails here. The bottom rail, no, not this way. You got to go bottom and then the right long rail. Oh, he did push to the jump. Or he pushed to the rail first shot, which is a lot easier. I think Joey Dupuis has this here. Well, he doesn't. Obviously, he doesn't. He's giving it back. He says, show me the rail shot. Jim might not have it. Now, since Joey's a better player and giving it back to Jim, this might be playing on Jim's mind, saying, wait a minute, I thought I pushed to a rail shot and Joe doesn't want it. Maybe it's not on, but it could be on. It's possibly on, even if you got to throw it a little bit with some English. And that's what he's looking at. Basically, you use the mirror system from the ball to the end of the rail, and then you use that mirror system. Now, this is the shot that I like if he doesn't have it. 2 rails. This is going to be too short. He might hit the 3 here. Oh, he got around it. Wow. Tell Upstate to shut up. Nice shot, but you got safe again. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, Joey does make the game look easy, Doug, and that's the way it should be played, right? Very unfortunate. He made that 1 ball and got safe. The 7 doesn't look like it goes by the 8, and I think Joey took a quick look at that when he walked on that side of the table. And that's the things that the better players will do right away, is notice if there is a pocket for every ball. And if there isn't, well, then I got to navigate and do something. And Doug, I like that idea also, and that's one of the pet peeves from Danny DiLiberto. You know, he actually the 7 doesn't go, but wow, how straight did he hit that combination? Hello. Yeah, that's one of the pet peeves, Doug. Danny DiLiberto always says, if you're going to push out, tie something up. Joe Dupuis says, there isn't going to be no tie-ups here. Gets to the hill, 8-1. Shooting an Uzi down at Jim, and Jim's got the water gun. You know, a lot of these players that qualified are just, you know, amateurs. And everybody in here basically is an amateur, let's say. It's one of the great tours that Mike Zuglin put together many years ago, and it's still thriving and still going strong. And I spoke to a couple of amateurs last night. There's a lot of people watching action matches. We had action matches on every table just about. $1,000 here, $1,000 there, $1,000 here, $2,000 here, bada bing, bada boom. It was all over the room. And there were some amateur players here, and it was like rub elbow times, meeting new people. And I always ask, I said, are you playing this weekend? Oh, no, I come to watch. I said, well, coming to watch is good. I said, well, why wouldn't you play? Get in the tournament. Oh, I don't have a chance. I don't have a chance was the answer. And not having a chance is okay. I respect that because you realize that there's better players in the room. But if you go and take a lesson from a professional player, I think the minimum is like $75 an hour. So if you get to play matches here and learn something for the entry, whatever it might be, I think it's 110 or 125 or 130 to get in. Fantastic. It's experience. It's really the experience. It's time to get like the apple out of the throat and realize everybody gets dressed the same way. And I'm here to just make balls because you're not playing that person at the table. And that's the intimidation factor that some amateurs have. When you step up at this table, you're on a stage, and this table is all you got to compete with. You're not competing with anybody but yourself here. And that's the experience that you have to have. Bloody Marys. Who's that? Bloody Marys. On you tonight, big Ollie. Mikey. All right, you let the cat out of the bag. Upstate had some Bloody Marys. The last time I had a drink was about 1.5 years ago. So yeah, I need a few. Yeah, he bought me a Bloody Mary. He says, "Al, would you like a drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And it started to snowball from there. Everybody started to buy Upstate Bloody Marys without all the extras, because Snookers here, when you order a Bloody Mary, you just don't get a normal Bloody Mary. There's no such thing as normalcy here. It's all first classes. Joey's about to sink this. 9-1, Joe Dupuis shakes hand, and look, he's smiling, he's laughing. That's the key.